Check this out. Big difference. What's good, guys? Welcome back again to my channel. In this video today, I'm gonna show you how to mix an instrumental beat taking out of YouTube, like an MP3 beat. So most of the time you mix your vocal sounds great, but you end up putting your mix in your car or whatever you put your mix, and you're like, I don't know why, but my vocal sounds great, but the overall mix sounds bad. If it's something you just ripped out of YouTube and you place it directly and you're done and start to mix, there's chance that it won't sound great, because most of the beat that you ripped out of YouTube are getting compressed, and not compressed with a compressor, but I mean compressed with as an audio file, and you lose quality, you lose dynamics. So what I'm gonna use today, it's a plugin called Studio Rack, and we're gonna use this technique to make it sound better, to open your mix more and to make it sound more professional. So check this out. All right, guys, so this is an instrumental beat that I took from YouTube, a drill beat. So I'm just gonna make you listen the beat without any effects, and after that with the effects, and I'll explain what I did. And I didn't do anything crazy, it's really simple. So you could see there was a big difference. What I did, this is a plugin called Studio Rack, and what I really do like about this plugin is you can select frequencies that you're gonna apply plugin on it, but you're only gonna affect that specific frequency. So if you start with this one, this is at 100 hertz, and what I did there, put an EQ, and what's happening here, it's everything below 38. I'm cutting everything, so I'm taking out all the bass right here, and at 100 hertz, I'm cutting 6 dB, but dynamic. It's not like a hole that I put in the mix. So once in a while, I do tame 6 dB in that specific area. And the other thing, and this is something you should always do in your mix, you want to take the low end, so everything that is drums, all the bass from your beat, and you want to put this in mono. That's the only thing that you're going, because when your bass, it's stereo, it takes so much room out of your mix, you lose dynamics, and sometimes your vocal is going to compete with the beat so much. So with this, by putting in mono, you want to put the bass in the dead center. You want all the bass there. But what's good about this plugin, it's because if you put a mono plugin on your instrumental, you're going to put the whole mix in mono, and you don't want that. You want your mix to be stereo, you want your instrumental to be stereo, but you just want the low end to be mono. So that's why at here, and the way you do it here, it's with the width knob. This is where you control the stereo spread. So as you can see here, it's stereo, stereo, stereo. This one is mono. How you do that? There's the little W, and this is where you want to put everything in mono. I'm gonna solo the band just to show you. Did you see the difference? That's the only thing I did there. Cutting at 38 and at 100, dynamically cutting 6 dB. Obviously, I did that because there was so much bass in this beat. It was too much, so that's why I cut. That doesn't necessarily mean that your instrumental, you will need to do that. So don't copy these settings. Use the technique, the idea behind it, but don't copy the settings, because that doesn't mean it's going to work for your beat. So what we did after that, no, sometimes I have R bass, but in this case I didn't use it. So after that, what we have the F6 again, the EQ, and I'm doing a boost here. So I'm gonna show you by soloing the band what we are affecting here. Obviously, it's not something that it's extreme obvious. You don't want something that it's too extreme, because that means you probably changed too much out of this instrumental. But here, that's a 3.6 dB boost that we did here. Like brings all the instrumental of the beat, like all the other elements, push them a little more up front. The other thing I didn't use. Most of the time, I use only EQ. And in this area, I was affecting 800 Hertz. This one, it's at 2.6K. Again, another EQ. But this, you will see what we are affecting here. I'm going to solo this. You see that too. We put some brightness. We take all the other elements of the 2-track beat and we push them more. We want to hear them, because sometimes you start to lose sounds and it sounds muddy. So with this, we're going to bring them a little more. So I'm going to unsolo the band and check this out. Big difference. So here, that's the only thing I did, and that was kind of a big boost. I pushed 5.8 dB. I'm gonna show you if I exaggerate how it will sound. You want to use your ears, because like I said again, that doesn't mean it's gonna work with your beat like that. Maybe you're only gonna have to push 2 dB with your beat, depending how it is. Or maybe you won't have to do anything. So use your ears. After that, what we did, AB Road. So what I only did with that is add a bit some saturation, activate the EQ, and that actually alone make a huge difference. Check this out. You push a little bit of saturation in the 2.6K range, and between 1.5K and 2.5K, sometimes it's the present of the vocals, but now we're not adding the whole beat. We're only adding this frequency. But what I'm gonna do, if you want to have your vocals to sit in a mix, what I do as well, I take that mid-side EQ. Now it's because there's no vocals at the moment with this track, but you will use mid-side EQ, and you will dip out around 3 dB, around that 1K, 1.5K range, where is the present of the vocal. So you tame in a little bit, but I'm pushing after that 2.6 to keep that brightness, but I'm carving out space to make sure my vocal sounds great in the overall mix. I'll definitely do another video including vocals, and I will do a whole mix. So this way you kind of get the idea, but now I just want to focus mainly on the instrumental today. Now there's no vocals, so at the moment I'm not going to use it. And the last thing I did here, it's the Pultec EQ. So with the Pultec EQ, the only really thing I did, it's at 1.5K, did a little boost here. And at 3K, again, a little boost. Doesn't make a huge difference, but there's a little difference. And after that, with that last band, I almost did nothing here. It's really only at 7K, did a tiny boost, just to add a bit of clarity. So that's what we did here. So I'm going to solo the band again. It's like 1%. But that 1% in a whole mix, I'm telling you, it's going to make a difference. So now let's A-B everything again, just to kind of get an idea of where we start and where we're at now. if there's little click and pops. This is something I'm gonna fix after, but I think the CPU is running too much, so it's create click and pops. But I'm gonna show you in another video a way to fix that. So this is a little trick. This is how you mix instrumental track if you just wanna put some clarity and fix the low end, because the low end is going to be your worst enemy in the 2-track beat, since you don't have much control on it. This is a great way to have your mix sound better, even though you just took a beat straight out of YouTube as an MP3 files. If ever you have other ideas of video, comment down below what you would like to see next on this channel. I found new techniques that are very great for mixing vocals, so stay tuned. That's going to be in another video. Thank you guys again for watching, and see you in the next video. Take care.